Not bragging, but I made 6 figures last year. And then they sacked me from the toy factory. Hello, everybody. I nearly said Toy Story then. That would have been a completely fucked up joke, and I'd have to have redone it, and then you wouldn't have known that I'd done that because I wouldn't have told you. So all this is pointless. But anyway, welcome to the video. Today I want to do a PlayStation 1 video. That's the only way I can describe it. I'm going to call it my collection of PlayStation 1 games. Because I got a lot of them. Way too many. I didn't think I had this many, and then I looked and I was like, fucking hell, I do. So yeah, I've got lots and lots of videos. Is it on willies or boobies? I don't know which one do I use anymore. I can't remember. Apparently I was told not to say willies anymore. I don't know. I need a drink. I'm gonna get me some blue Pepsi. Oh yes. Bon appetit, you motherfuckers. That's my line. That's going to be my merch from now on. Oh, fizzy. And actually, does it make my mouth go blue? I don't think it does. I think my daughter's been secretly eating sweets. She came down and she had a blue gob. And I went, what have you been eating? And she went, it is. Is it going blue? No, it's not. I just showed you my tongue. I don't know. Is it blue? Does it make it blue? I don't know. Anyway, who gives a fuck? Yeah, but my daughter came down. She had completely blue teeth and mouth. And I said, what have you been eating? She went, blue Pepsi. It's not blue Pepsi. It's obviously something else she's been eating. Some fucking sweets that she smuggled in. Anyway, welcome to the video. My name is Phil, as you may know, unless you're a new subscriber, which is impossible because my subscriber count has gone. You have completely stopped watching me, apart from the ones who do watch me. And for you lot, I say thank you. Let me get my willy out, balance it on the table. Let's weigh it. Let's see how much it is. I think it's about at least 10 ounces of pure blood sausage. That was a weird sentence. Let's do the video show. Let's start off. I've got some games, and we'll start off with a corker. Watch it come past the screen. It's GTA. That's right, the GTA before all the new GTAs. It was the very first GTA, and it was top down, and it was shit. There it is. Absolutely shit. But GTA, there you go. First game, and it was a platinum version. I haven't got the black box version, but the platinum version will do me just fine. So stop fucking moaning. Just because it's not black. So everything has to be black, you know. Calm down. Worms Armageddon. Look at the shape. He's fucking mental. And then that bomb looks mental as well. Yes, this is a game. This is a game where you play as the worms and you have to shoot the bullets into the faces of the things, other worms, and they all say things. War games based on that 80s film, War Games. This was actually quite good. You play as 4 or 5 units, and you have to negotiate your way around a map, killing everything. And if you run before the DEFCON runs to 1, and then everything dies. But yeah, it's a good game. It's all right, actually. It was quite fun. But yeah, based on the game. Big one. I did a bit of Windy Pops then. It wasn't a burp. It was Windy Pops. Final Fantasy VII, where everyone's an emo. This is a really good game. This is my favourite Final Fantasy. I'm quite happy to have this. And I bought this on eBay, and he described it as a black case version and tried to charge me about £30 for it. Then he sent this, the fucking cunt. But he did refund most of it, and I managed to keep the game. It's not in the greatest condition ever, but it's always nice to have the version, and it's got all 4 CDs. One of them's fell out. 3 CDs and 3 discs, that's right. But yeah, be careful of eBay because there are cocksuckers on there. But there you go, Final Fantasy VII. My very first RPG. I had no idea what I was doing. It was like watching a retard try and fuck a doorknob. It was bullshit. It was me. It was me just wasting my time. Desperately trying to get a blue mouth, but it's just not. No, she's full of shit. That child. Fade to black. Look at this. It's really old. This is a really old game. There was a game called Another World. I think it was on the Sega CD or something. And this is kind of like the next one to it. It's fucking hard. It's really hard to play. And it's really old now. I mean, this was probably right at the beginning of the console's life. No, 96. Oh, fair enough. I had a demo of this and I didn't get along with it, so I thought buy the full game because I'm an idiot. But there you go, there it is, and it's in its full glory. And it's okay. Another platinum. I do have some black case ones. Buster Move 2 is just a puzzle game. You've all played it on your phones, but this was the original where you have to use the bubbles to kind of pop other bubbles. And I did a whistle then, like the gopher from Winnie the Pooh. Say Pooh, and then I couldn't do it then. When I wanted to whistle, I didn't whistle. When I don't want to whistle, I do a whistle. Tomorrow never dies. There is Pierce Brosnan. He's much younger in this picture than he is now, which is a sentence that I just used. But it's an old game, and this was a great. Actually, I think is this my favorite game? My favorite film? This is my favorite film. This is my favorite Bond film, or one of them. I fucking love this film. This is the one with the ship that like is causing wars against China and the UK just to sell papers. And that's fucking badass. It's got that missile with the saws on the face. It's amazing. Great film. Love it. With the motorcycle chase across the top of... Is it Hong Kong? Big Bond fan. There is Final Fantasy VIII. There we go. This is a black case version of Final Fantasy VIII with Squall and Yuna and others. It's a good game though. My mouth is really dry at the moment. I don't know what's the matter with me. I think I'm going to be. I looked it up on Google and it said if you've got a dry mouth, you either need more vitamin A or you have AIDS. And I haven't bummed anyone, so I don't think I've got AIDS. I think I've just got. I think I just need a bit of more vitamin A, hopefully, or I just need to stop. I don't know. I don't know. I was gonna say something rude then. There you go. That is The Lost World. There you are, The Lost World, and this is. I remember with this coming out in the cinemas, and we all got excited, and then we went to see it, and then we realised it was shit, and we didn't want to see it again. With that last scene that was a little bit like King Kong, where they release but he doesn't climb a building, with the T-Rex roaming through the streets, and then they managed to get him back on the boat. Ah, poor T-Rex, and then he became... It's okay. The game's pretty good, but the film is very much... anything where Vince Vaughn is the hero, we need to question our logic on things. But from one inferior dinosaur game to one superior dinosaur game. Dino Crisis 2. Ba, 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 ba. Look at that mouth, it's gonna eat you. Dino Crisis 2, and I have Dino Crisis 1 somewhere. We'll get to it eventually. Fuck knows where it is. Who gives a fuck? Anyway, Dino Crisis 2 is an arcade version of the first one where you shoot multiple dinosaurs. And it's great. And it was really good. Yes. It's quite an expensive game. From one expensive game to another, we got Nightmare Creatures. That wasn't a burp. That wasn't a burp. That wasn't a burp. There's a bit of windy pop. It wasn't a burp. I said creatures, but I went really low, and I just went like that. I went. I didn't go like a burp. So shut your faces. I would never burp on screen. It's always a windy pops, and it's always a subdued windy pops. Nightmare Creatures, la 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 la, is a really rare game. It's set in Victorian London, and you have to play as the bad guys and do the bad things. That's a wrong colour on here. Hang on. All right. Oh, that's blue. That's bad. Ooh, there you go. I look warm now, like I'm in a temperate zone. Mickey's Wild Adventure. I said that before I put the game out. Fuck. There he is, Mickey Mouse. He's fucking pissed at you and he's going to come on you. No, he's not. Imagine, oh, that'd be horrible. Here I come. That'd be horrible. Minnie Mouse hears that every night. Turn over, bitch. No, he'd never say that. Mickey Mouse is a dirty boy. That's why he's only got his little shorts on. Look, he looks fucking pissed in that picture, though. He's got skeletons after him, ghosties after him, barrels and bats. Is that a bat? if you say so. But this is a great game because it actually goes through each of the old cartoons, the Mickey cartoons. You start with Steamboat Willie, and you go all the way through to the one where they're hunting ghosts, to Fantasia, to the Sorcerer's Apprentice. You do all the cartoons. There's one with is it the Mad Doctor? When you have that serum that turns the... I don't know. Anyway, next one is War of the Worlds. The chances of anything coming from Mars are 1,000,000 to 1. But apparently they still come. 1,000,000 to 1. 1,000,000. There was never any chance of anyone coming from Mars, but they did. They did it anyway. And they built these big, fucking great big things. And melted everyone's faces with heat rays. But what a beautiful film. Yes. Lovely. But I really like Jeff Wayne's. I had an audio tape when I was a kid. And don't worry, I didn't think it was like that Orson Welles thing in America where everybody jumped off the roof because they thought the aliens were coming. This was just a tape of Jeff Wayne's music. And I must admit, for an old tape, it was fucking great. The music in it is brilliant. And I need to see the stage production. But the game is very rare. And it looks a bit French as well. But I don't think it is. This is a demo disc. You're not looking at that. I'm not reviewing demo discs. But you can look at that. There's Croc. What is that orange thing? Is it still on? Willis, look at the orange thing. He's reaching out. He's like, I'm going to touch him in the eyeball. Actually, it does look like he's going to touch him in the eyeball. Imagine having exposed eyes like that. It'd be horrible. I have no... When cartoon eyes would be like up here, and then they kind of just oof, and then just envelope in and up, like ooh. Imagine if I had eyes like that. I'd be like, hello everybody, my name is oof. Just blinking. And if you saw something in the eye, you'd be fixated on it for the entire video. I'm going to swoop down here and wipe my nose, and you're not going to know what I'm doing, apart from I've just told you. Loof, loof. La 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 la. Keep talking. Ba 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 ba. Boop, 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 boop. And I'm back in the room. I've been wiped from my nose. Oddworld. Abe's Odyssey. There he is. He's a wacky fucker. I've just realised his mouth's sealed up, but he can still talk. They didn't do a good job, obviously. But there you go. Abe's Odyssey. Oddworld. What a great game. Look at me. Follow me. Lots of different things he said, and then just the farting and everything. But yeah, great game. I've really got to get a giggle on. A giggle on? Oh, that's a t-shirt. Overboard is a game where you play as a boat and you enemies the same. You shoot them with a cannon right in the face, and at no point do you go in space. There you go. That's the song, and it was made by Psygnosis, who don't exist anymore. But yeah, great game. There you go. I had to get that one. 2 In Cold Blood with an eye in the red. Grabs a guy. This is a little bit like fuck. I didn't do that right. Do it again. Fuck. I didn't do that. It's trial and error. The game. It's a nightmare. Remember? Was it Dragon Quest? I think it was that arcade one where you had to click buttons at the right time, or you died, and then you had to go back to the beginning and do it again. That's in Blood. In Cold Blood is just you start and he'll go, I don't remember that. And you'll go up and do a wee on someone. He'll go, I don't remember that. And then you have to keep doing it exactly how it should have been to progress into the game. And it's not too bad. It's just, it's a bit boring and repetitive. It's not an action game. I have lots of games for you too. Don't peek, dirty boys and girls. Resident Evil 2. Look at the guy on the front. You'll never see him again. He's not in the game. This isn't the cover they got in number 2. They got... hang on. Hang on. Shut your faces. My mouth is so dry. That is the case. They got in America and Japan. And that's the original soundtrack. Nicely sealed there, by the way. A little bit of a flex there for anyone who's a Resident Evil fan. But this is Resident Evil, the British version. The PAL version. There it is. With this weird case and the strange guy on the front who we never see again. I need another drink of this. My mouth is really dry. I don't know what's the matter with me. It's really strange. I think it's just I need vitamin A. And where'd you get a vitamin A from? Salmon. I don't eat enough salmon. I've been leaving the salmon. I've been going to Asda. I've been filling up my trolley, and then I've been getting to the salmon. I've been going, oh, no, I'm not going for the salmon this time. I'm not going for an irony fish. I'm going to go for I don't know, maybe a tartlet or a pizza. I'm not going to go for the irony fish. And what have I done? This is the result. The dry mouth has been result of lacking in vitamin. It's just a dry mouth. I just need to drink more fluids. Resident Evil 3. Look at him. He's a lovely boy. Look at him. You want him to look after your small children. His name is simply Nemesis, and he says things along the lines of stars. And that's all he says throughout the entire game. There's Jill. She's appropriately dressed for this game. Was it needed to sex it up? But it's a great game. Resident Evil 3. Wasn't meant to be number 3. We're not going to go into that little story. If I ever get my Resident Evil retrospectives finished, you will hear all about that. But this was meant to be called The Last Escape, and it was meant to be an add-on for number 2. It was not meant to be number 3. PlayStation just got a little bit pissy at Sega. But there you go. That's another story for another day. That's another demo disc. No, you're not allowed. No. Oh, I'll get the hose. Don't start doing that to the furniture. Resident Evil, the original one. He's batshit fucking mental. Look at his face. He's got every shadow under the sun after him here. This cover was, I don't even know what that gun is. It's just he's holding a gun. It's like a shotgun machine. Shot machine gun. It's a machiney shot thing. But it's not a real gun and it's not a real thing. But yes, this was before anyone else got hold of this console made by Virgin Interactive. Whatever happened to them? Oh, they did so well. Next up, Life Force Tanker. He's gonna make you suck his gun. And then he may just even shoot you in the face. This is okay. I bought it because it was quite rare. This is actually a rental copy. So this is the case. Look, it's got all the controls on the back, and it is a rental copy to stop you from stealing the actual lovely cases. And there you go. But I bought it because it's not too bad. A legendary game up next. It's Metal Gear Solid. What a game as well. Is it still on? Boobies. What a fantastic game. First time we ever met Solid Snake. Bullshit. We met him on the NES. But it was one of the first times we really played with him in a decent way, and it was a good game. We played against Liquid Snake. So we played against Hardcock, against Softcock. There you go. And it was a fantastic game. We all had fun. But it was brilliant. And I have it. Shut your face. And it says here, also available. Oh, I haven't got that. That's the rare one. Metal Gear Solid, 2 discs. There you go. Amazing. You've seen the film. Play the game. Dune. Shooting everything with the guns. There's Dune. Made by Command & Conquer guys. I think it's one of the first ones. I've got all the Command & Conquers, so we'll go through those in a second. But good game. Look at him. He's very scary. Sandworms in this one. One of the best things about this one is, whereas Command & Conquer, you just build on the floor. This one, you have to build cement, like blocks, and build on the blocks. You can't just build on the sand. It destroys your buildings over time. Brilliant. This one was a really good one. Command & Conquer Retaliation was all the extra levels, but it also had the skirmish mode on it, which Red Alert didn't have. And it also had some hidden extra vehicles on there, the Tesla tank and everything like that. So it was really good. The original Command & Conquer, there it is. I've got all of them. They're Command & Conquer. What more can you want? I'm going to have another swig of this. How have you all been, by the way? Hopefully you're all okay. I know I am. I'm fine. I'm having a lovely time. Oh no, I didn't pick my nose. I was just rubbing my nose. I was rubbing the bogies away. I was just an itchy nose, not a brain. It wasn't my itchy brain. Because I don't have one. Die Hard Trilogy. There's 3 in here. Number 1 is like the old NES version. You have to go up the building and shoot everything. Number 2 is a shooting sim, and number 3 is a driving sim. End of story. Absolute classic game. Every magazine back in the day told you to buy it. It was the most important game on the console, all the way through the PlayStation's life. Sorry, touch the mic. Boobies. Total driving. There are cars. There you go. And there are cars. And you've got a red car and a blue car. And like the wagon wheel advert, which one was it? No, Milky Way, not wagon wheel. The red car and the blue car had a race, but the red car, all he wanted to do was stuff his face. From trucks to prickly trees, he said, but good old blue, he took the Milky Way. Oh no, the bridge is gone. Poor red can't carry on, but good old blue, he took the Milky Way. Obviously, that was the video, that was the advert with the two cars racing. There wasn't much of a contest, really. The red one was a fat cunt, and he died. And the blue one was much better. He did just a little Milky Way, and it was fine, and he did nothing else. There you go. Lovely. Death Tab Dungeon. Da da da. Da 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 da. And we all bought it because of her. Because she hasn't got much clothes on. No, we didn't. It's a great game. It's a bit hard, though. No one was around. No, behave yourself. It was a good game. And Scott is looking at you. He's like, I've only got one eye, but I'm looking at you. Fuck off. And we will. Thank you very much, Skull, for that. A very rare game. Boom! It's Future Cop LAPD. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Future Cop LAPD. Where you are a cunt. There you go. That is not the song for the game, but it is a song for this game. And you can change from little thing down to tiny thing. And it's really good. It was a good game. You had the multiplayer thing where you played against Sky something. Skyballs, man. He was the bird. He was the bird of prey. And he'd come down, boobies. He'd come down and he'd assault your mother. And you go, get off my mother, your mother. And he'd go, don't call me a mother, or I'll mess with your mother again. And it was a mother free-for-all. All the mothers were getting together, having a little bit of a dance. It was all fine. Everybody got on. And then there was no game. No, pink! This one is MDK. La 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 la. You were this guy. It was all right. This was a very good game. It got like a 10 out of 10 in most magazines, and it was quite good. That is it, really. I have nothing more to say on this game. I didn't play it back in the day, but I did collect it because I wanted it for the collection. But yeah, MDK. Before Dynasty Warriors 96, which I think is what we're on now, there was the original Dynasty Warriors, where it was just a beat-em-up. Man against man, brawn against brawn, stick against stick. I didn't burp again, it was a bit of Whitney Bobs. And other things as well. Very good. Dynasty Warriors, getting through them. Tomb Raider, the boobs got bigger, la 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 la. She's shooting you. She's looking at you. She likes you. But she also doesn't like you because she's shooting you. But is she? Maybe she's shooting slightly above you. But her boobs are pointing down. Yes, Lara Croft's boobs got bigger as the games progressed. Well, actually, the cover's any. So that was the cover of the first one. Let's analyze the boobs now. There you go. Cover of the first one, but the boobs were pointy in this one. Very pointy tits in that one. Then she came back. Now that's a pose. The boob is kind of resting on the arm there. There's two of them. Big boobs, Lara Croft. I mean, we all thought that was great back in the day. We were like, give me a slice of Lara Croft. God knows why. There she is leaning up against the wall. Look. The boobs make no sense to anybody. But they were the focal point. And then there she is in number 3. And there she is in a tank top. Because we all asked for that. So there you go. There's Tomb Raider. No, the games are really good. It's like saying Playboys just for the articles. No, they were really good. Tomb Raider 1 was an absolutely brilliant game. Took me about 3 or 4 attempts to realise there was a game there. But eventually I did realise that there actually was a game being played. And I stopped making a jump up and down. And I realised I could actually go through the levels. And it was great. But they're really good games. And there's lots of puzzling and platforming. And there was quite a lot of time, especially on number 2, where you were just stuck and you were just like, and there was this victory about all of a sudden going, there's a ledge, a secret ledge, and you jump and then you go, yes. And it was the era before the internet we played this, so it was kind of like I'd go to school and we all were sort of racing to complete Tomb Raider 2, and there was this kind of, where have you got to? Oh, I'm and you think, damn, I need to get further than them. So then you'd always have to listen and then go, oh, did you get that chandelier? Oh, I can swing on the chandeliers, fucking hell. And then you'd swing on them, and then the next day you'd come and you were on level 4, but someone else was. It was brilliant. We were all fighting to get to the end of the game, but it was brilliant. It was good fun, and we all had a laugh with it as well. Spec Ops, nothing really to say. I collected this one just for fun. Yeah, there you go, Spec Ops. So another good one is Spider-Man 2. Enter Electro, and there he is shooting his web right in your face. If you've ever been with a lady, you can always perform the Spider-Man on her. That's where, when you're just about to ejaculate, you finish off in your hand, and then you right in the face with the hand there. It's called the Spider-Man, and women fucking hate it. Especially if you don't ever want to see her again, then obviously the Spider-Man is a really good thing to do. Action Man. We'll just move on from Action Man. Mission Extreme. It's a great game. Yeah, I don't know. I bought it. You saw it on the videos a couple of weeks back. So that one, we've seen that one. I do have Toka Touring Cars. There it was. Before Gran Turismo, there was this. And this was brilliant. And then Gran Turismo came out and we all went, fuck this. But this was a perfectly good car game. It was a great racing game. So yeah, really good. Medal of Honor. What is he? I always try to wonder what he was shooting. He's obviously shooting a bazooka. But when I was a kid, I thought he was probably just, I don't know, like blowing out down a big pipe. Because I was an idiot at the time. And we spent most of the time with Lara's boobies. But funnily enough, she was also showing her bazookas. But the Medal of Honor is the first game you ever shot the Nazis in the face. Now you can do it with loads of games, but this was the first one. If you wanted to shoot Nazis, this was the one. And it was a great game for its time. I'm about to do Windy Pops. Oh! There's a bit of a noise that wasn't... I don't know what's the matter with me. It was a gassy drink. Forgive me. Time Crisis. Look at him. He's fucking crazy. I'm going to shoot you. Time Crisis. Yes. It was the gun game. And it was the first gun game where you were kind of in control of it, where you could duck for cover. And the little trick was that you had the gun in port 1 and you had a pad in port 2. And you put it on the floor and then you could press the X button with your foot and then obviously give your mate that pad because it had your stinky foot smell all over it. It was a great game. Carly McRae Rally 2. There it is. I got a tickly nose. I got windy pops. I got a dry mouth. Fuck, I'm dead. I'm finished, aren't I? I'm just wipe me off the floor and throw me in the bin. Carly McRae Rally. What am I doing? This is gross. Oh God. I hate my life. Not really. Bit extreme. I'm fucking hate my life. I'm fucking hate everything. Carly McRae Rally 2 made by the Codemasters. They're gone now as well. But look at it. It's so sure of itself. 10 out of 10. 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5. Who'd said that? Power Magazine, Arcade, and Computer and Video Games. Power Magazine I used to have is really good. Fear Effect is really good game. The second one was a bit raunchier, but this one was fun. You played as these. It was like a movie, but it was really good. You had to kind of like play it out, just a bit like In Cold Blood, but a little bit sexier, a bit more Tarantino, and it's good fun. So yeah, Fear Effect. I'm really pushing now. 29 minutes. I've still got quite a few. Doom. Oh, you know what Doom is. This was a cover you've never seen before. Look at him. He's like, fuck you. It's right through the skin. But he's like, oh no, you shot my friend Gary. Fucking shot me in the tits. And then there's a skull behind him going, I'm not even going to let him know I'm here. And rightly so, Skull. You don't even worry about it. But there you go. It's Doom, you know. But it's got a fantastic soundtrack. I think it's the best soundtrack because it's not music. It just sounds so haunting. There's babies crying in the background, and it just sounds like you're in hell. It's brilliant. And obviously, just put your own music on. It's good fun. Arguably the best beat 'em up on the console, Soul Blade. For me, anyway, it was the game that made me want the console. It was this console, or it was a what's it called? Saturn. And I picked this. I picked the PlayStation solely for Soul Blade. Soul Blade was the one. And for my first Christmas when I got it, I got Tomb Raider, Porsche Challenge, which I don't have. I'm still trying to get it. Crash Bandicoot, and this Soul Blade. And these were my 4 games that I had, and I was absolutely... I played that game to death. I played it so much I unlocked the Skull Guy, and you only do that by having it on for 24 hours straight. That's how much I played that game. Obviously alone in my room all by myself, but that was fine by me. Okay, we're still going, guys. We've got arguably the scariest game on the PlayStation. I think this is way scarier than Resident Evil. Those dinosaurs are fucking mental, and what a great game. Brilliant game. So yeah, well chuffed with that. Dino Crisis. That cost me a pretty penny as well. It was quite an expensive game, so it's like gold dust. Army Men. I'm going to go through these. Army Men, Sarge's Heroes, Amiga Soldier, and Team Assault. We've already spoke about them, but they came out during that era of everybody going crazy about Toy Story, because there was the Army Men. So they released a bunch of plastic Army Men games. And there you go. The only other one I really need is for the PlayStation 2, and it's RTS. It's Army Men RTS, which is like Command and Conquer, but with Army Men. I have a few more games left, guys. Exhumed, which is a Doom clone, but set kind of like, it's more medieval magic and stuff. But yeah, it is a Doom clone, but a very good game. Rascal, which was a platformer, was actually quite fun. I was glad to pick this one up because I remember it coming on a demo with the Resident Evil, and I was quite pleased that this exists in my life. Arguably the second best beat 'em up game, you may protest, Tekken. Tekken 2 and Tekken 3 were obviously superior, but this was a really good game, and this was the first one that started it off. I always played as King and then just did the low kick. I could win an entire game with that. True Pinball, there it is. I have no idea. It's a pinball game. Probably one of the worst ones ever made, but fuck it. It's in my collection now. I've got 2 more. One of them is the original Worms. There they are. Loved Worms when it first came out. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. Made by the same people who bought you Lemmings, Team 17. Yeah, Worms. And last but not least, my favoritist game, one of the most iconic games on this console, is Crash Bandicoot. There you go. And I've got the very large black case edition, which also comes with the demo 1. There you go. But yeah, there you go. Crash Bandicoot, boobies. There we are. That is my entire PlayStation 1 collection. It's not a huge collection, but it's pretty decent. It's still growing. It's arguably my favorite console. Just my mouth is so dry. Basically because of just because it's the one that started up me off for my collecting and my love for games. I liked my Mega Drive. I was a fan, but it was a part-time job then. As soon as my PlayStation hit, I was at a certain age where I just loved my PlayStation. I loved every game that I bought on it. I collected them. I just fell in love with that console. I invested a lot of my time into it, and I just thought it was brilliant, and it defied a decent part of my life. So I'm more than happy that I have that console and the large collection that I have. So thank you very much, guys, for joining me on this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. 34 minutes of Phil doing windy pops, trying not to pick his nose. There's another windy pops coming. A little bit of windy pops there. That was gross. My body is falling apart today. But I still love you. Please still love me. It's wonderful to see you. I'm so sorry. It's been a little while again, but I am still here. I'm doing my videos as and when I see fit, and I think I'm enjoying doing it. I'm not expecting the channel to grow. It doesn't really bother me. As long as I'm still making you guys laugh, I couldn't give a monkey's toss about new people. But if you are a new person who's watched this video and you've watched it all the way through and you've enjoyed my commentary, then please, please, please carry on watching, because it'll only get more ruder. In fact, I think I've been quite unrude in this video. But thanks, guys, for joining me. I shall see you in the next video. Until then, stay super soapy, stay super sexy, and remember one tiny thing, right? If you're going to rub it, make sure you don't use super glue instead of lube. I did that, and it took me 4 hours in A&E, and it's not fun with your hand on your dick. You can't get a Kenko in the machines. One hand's stuck. What are you going to do? Wank at it? Goodbye, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!